Now, we're filming this mailbag as part of our live show, which means you got to be part of the Noti Gang. Got to be subscribed to us here at the Cowboys Report to tune in. If you are part of the Noti Gang, which means your notifications are set to all and not the default personalized, then type me. Check if you need to, but type me if you are part of the Noti Gang here. About 20% of you are at the Cowboys Report. Leroy Pearson Jr., a $5 super chat. Even though it's the Giants, I think this game shows you can utilize all 5 of your receivers within a game plan. Hope to see this moving forward. I agree. Cooks and Lamb, Gallup, Tolbert was pretty quiet, but that's fine. Jalen Brooks got involved as well. We know there's packages for Turpin too. Overall, it's Giants, but you throw for 400 yards, a lot of guys are going to have a good day. Dwayne Jackson, Gallup showed up. Was this a referendum on Gallup that this best that we are going to get from him? I think this is about the best you're going to be able to do with Gallup. Now, there were 2 big catches. It was also a sub 50% snap rate. He was receiver 4 in terms of the snap counts behind Jalen Tolbert. The role they had for him worked. I'm not saying don't ever throw him the football. I'm saying don't feature him the way they had previously, and the Cowboys clearly feel the exact same way. They did not feature Gallup a lot the past few weeks, and it's been for the betterment of the offense. Tyler Anthony, Jack Jones is a reincarnation of Kelvin Joseph. Some similarities with maybe not the same, but off the field red flags that might make you go, not sure that's the route I want to go. So, yeah, I get it. Allen should, assume they, make Trey Lance active. What you got to, I get this is a common question we saw all throughout the week. Skip Bayless asked to play him even though he was inactive because Skip does not know ball. The issue you're going to run into here is this. The upside of having Trey Lance as quarterback 2, right, is he gets a quarter of preseason reps. That's what it amounts to, right? The Panthers are going to be playing their starters in that scenario. That's the best upside. A quarter of reps, 10 passes maybe. The downside is Dak gets put into concussion protocol. You don't have Cooper Rush out there, and now you've got to, find a way to win a game with Lance, and maybe Lance is just bad or he's not ready, ends up being a disaster, and you blow a game you never would have blown if you just had a decent bus driver in there in Cooper Rush. That's the downside, because you use all those active roster spots for other positions, special teams, so I don't think they want to have 3 QBs active unless they absolutely have to. That's what the emergency quarterback rule is for. So I would be surprised if they went that route, unless Lance is blowing them away at practice, which I don't think he is, because he's been here for, 2 months now? 2.5 months? It's not much time to really get focused. We're not getting that many reps as it is. So what do you think? Should the Cowboys make Trey Lance quarterback 2 against the Panthers with the hopes of playing him for the 4th quarter in what could be a blowout? Y for yes, N for no. Sound off for me in the comments section. The pinned comment, the ad comes, take advantage, and go vote. Leroy Pearson Jr., Turpin and Brooks, who offers more for the offense with Lamb being in the slot and Brooks being able to be utilized on the outside. I think it's Turpin compared to Brooks. Don't get me wrong, I liked what I saw from Brooks, but Turpin offers you the game-breaking speed you don't have. Brooks made some nice plays. He offers good special teams value as a gunner. So does Jalen Tolbert. I think it's pretty clear for now, at least, Brooks is last in that receiver pecking order, but he made some nice plays. And that is a very confident thing for me when you might need him, with injuries happening potentially down the stretch this season. TKG, how many flags did we get against the Giants? Seemed like less than usual, which I enjoyed. Pull up the numbers here right now. You kind of had some late in the game. They were very quiet early on, and then they kind of picked back up. You ended up with 9 penalties in that game. Doesn't feel like it, right? They were almost all in the second half, a lot late. Also, you had 2 penalties on Neville Gallimore. He's going to get fined, by the way. I missed it live. I wasn't paying enough attention on the replay stuff. But unfortunately, Gallimore hit the quarterback late, got shoved down, and then kicked, I think it was Justin Pugh in the nuts. So he's going to get fined for that, which he absolutely should. Toxic Tom Downey burner. Who wins a race, MG13 or Walter White Jr.? Still Michael Gallup, which this is very mean, but also kind of funny. All right, Michael Leftwich. Don't need him at this point. If Quinn leaves, I will have Bill as the defensive coordinator. I don't think Bill Belichick's going to come be a defensive coordinator anywhere. I think he'd rather retire. Clever thought, though. Bill still designs great defenses. It's his offenses that have become the real issue in New England. Today's show is made possible by Prize Picks. It's the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Some reasons why I love Prize Picks. Number one, it's just you against the numbers. You're not battling thousands of other players and have to be top 2% to win $1. No. Just pick 2 to 6 player stat projections, watch those winnings roll in, and just pick more than or less than. It's really simple. You can mix and match sports. You can do NFL, NBA, college football, NFL, etc. I love their reboot policy. Injury insurance. Let's say you picked Michael Thomas last week for more than receiving yards. If he gets hurt, as he did not return, your picks still stay in play despite the injury. It's the injury insurance that no other DFS platform offers. They will protect you against bad luck from that perspective. And the flex play. 5 weeks in a row I have hit now on Prize Picks thanks to the flex play. I got all 3 right this week, which, hey, only 2.25 on the return as opposed to the full 5x, but I don't care. I'm hitting the flex plays. Makes me happy. Geno Smith, more than passing yards, blew it out of the water. Christian Kirk, talking it there is pretty easily as well. I'm on a heater right now, and you should be playing Prize Picks as well. Go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a first deposit match up to $100. Link will be in the comments and the description. Again, that's prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a first deposit match up to $100. Daniel M., do you think that LVE comes back for the Eagles game? I have no idea. The last we heard was the Jones boys saying, we'll see if he's going to be an option or when he's back, and that makes me worried. I have heard no updates on Vander Esch. We're in the window to return. I'll just wait and see what we hear because it's been very quiet at this point. From Tyler, would you use our first 2 picks on offensive tackle? Ideally, I'd like Talisi Fuaga, I think I pronounced that correctly, the Oregon State offensive tackle, and Patrick Paul from Houston. Tyron could be our backup swing if he decides to stay, and we trade Steele for at least something. Let me see how the rest of the year plays out with Terrence Steele. Because you've already paid him. He was better against the Giants. And in theory, he should be much better next year. So I'm down to take a tackle early and let Tyron be your backup, whatever. I am of the mindset that in tackle early I'm fine with. I don't know if they'd go with 2. Now, you could go center early as well, with Biotish being a free agent. From Spencer, should Juanyeh Thomas get more playing time? He's still kicking himself. He dropped an interception. He had it. Tommy, mama's boy DeVito threw it right to him, and he could not come down with it. Yeah, I do think Juanyeh should get some more playing time. I have been disappointed by this defense, at least in terms of the safeties. How many big plays the past month have been had by Donovan Wilson, by Jaron Curse, by Malik Hooker? It's been too quiet for me. I'm down to give Juanyeh some more run. When it comes to this Cowboys defense, who is your favorite player? Can't pick Micah Parsons. Who is your favorite player on this Cowboys defense right now? Mr. J, Jalen Brooks looked pretty interesting. Maybe get him involved as a peekaboo big play guy. I think we might be overestimating Jalen Brooks a little bit as a big play guy. Because when I think big play guy, I think speed, right? I think home run. He's got good size. He's 6'1", 201. He's like a 4'6", 40 guy. So I'm not sure he's a big play machine, but he can block some well. Again, he's your new Noah Brown. That's who Jalen Brooks is. And you might need him down the stretch, but I'm still going to give the run to Turpin and Tolbert, etc. over Brooks for now, but I am glad he played well. Ruben says, Dak is our quarterback. Respect him. I mean, there's the past month, or past 4 games, I should say, so 5 weeks, there's been no quarterback playing better football in the NFL right now. Not saying he's the best, but the past four games, he's been number 1, nearly ahead of Hurts and Stroud. Aja Pawar, does this defense need to step up now? Yeah, I mean, they do. This is a team that's supposed to be an elite defense, right? Okay. We make a big deal, some make a big deal about, oh, you're not beating good teams, the quarterback's not playing well enough. That's been just as true and frankly more true for your defense in big games. They have not had the best success against above average offenses. That's going to need to change when you get Seattle, when you get Detroit, Miami, Buffalo, Philadelphia down the stretch. It's a gauntlet. Devon Swift, is Martavis Bryant going to play this week? I don't think so. We just spent a bunch of questions on Jalen Brooks. Better than Bryant right now. Infinite more catches the past 5 years in the NFL. Bryant needs time. This is a lottery pick. This was not a move made to be like, okay, he's going to give him a week and then he's going to be good to go. It's not what they're doing there. I don't know if he'll play at all this year. It's just to see where he's at. Height, weight, speed guy. UDFA type of investment. Let's see what happens over the course of the season. So will Martavis Bryant play at all this year for the Cowboys? 1 for yes, 0 for no. Sound off. Where else but the comment section? Daniel M. again. Where are the Cowboys ranked in takeaways on defense this year? I know that the last 2 years, they were number 1 in that category. I could do a quick little search here and see what we've got over the course of this NFL season. I'll do takeaways per game since to kind of balance it out from that perspective. Dallas is tied for 11th, 1.6, which is good, but not number 1. Jacksonville is averaging a full 2 per game. Big difference there. Chad Andrew the Hammer. Did Micah play yesterday? He didn't have a tackle. Go to that big L3. He did play yesterday. He did not have any stat sheets, impact, I should say. But it's not that Micah wasn't good. They used him differently. And they used him in a less impactful way that did lead to better results for the Cowboys defense as a whole. 39 snaps against the Giants, 4 pressures on 20 reps. So again, you're talking a 20% pressure rate, which is just stupid good. The Giants' time to throw was very low in that game because it needed to be. But the Cowboys, especially early on, a bunch of bare front looks, which means you got 5 linemen over the front, and then they would put Micah at off-ball linebacker. And that 5-man front took away the Giants' ground game. Saquon Barkley had nothing going. So they went extra defensive lineman heavy, put Micah at linebacker with a lot of Rashaan Evans, by the way, and Damone Clark in that game, and it led to really good results. So the raw numbers are not there, but the impact and the way they were able to utilize Micah as an off-ball linebacker to free up the defensive front against the run did work pretty damn well. Now, if you have not already, please subscribe to us here on the Cowboys. We'll be live. Cowboys, Panthers, Week 1. Not a nationally televised game, not the game of the week, so you might need to tune in. It might not be on your local network. Hit that sub button right now. Finally, from Leroy Pearson Jr. Seems the safety's play has decreased since Diggs' injury. Going on the track for the end of the next 3 games. It's going to be a train wreck at the end of the season. I thought they were kind of playing bad before it was the situation involving Trayvon Diggs. They haven't been good at all this year. They have not been the best safety trio like I swore up and down that they were before the year began. So they got to get that figured out. And yeah, then we'll be feeling good about this defense again. Or even better about the defense, I should say. I think we all feel fine about it right now.